What's up, Vault Hunters, and welcome back to another Borderlands 4 video, where I've come to the conclusion that they're definitely going to nerf the crit knife. It's just way too powerful. Depending on how much they do nerf it will obviously depend on if it will still be meta or not. But to be honest, I've decided that build is really not everything. It's all about gun when it comes to the combination of the crit knife. And for instance, here I'm just going to show you two guns. The kickballer was obviously one of the first that everybody went wild over, but the thing is with this is that you will kill yourself loads. Now, I did post a build. I've only done one build so far, where actually we use our summons and they fire it, and jobs are good un, which is great. They will kill it. The kickballer effect does not put you down, so I'll link that down below so you can check it out. But I'm going to show you here my hot slugger with the Jacobs, which is again the main part of why this does so much damage. So we've got the Jacobs here, and then I've also got this cooking ambushing Borstal Bastilia. Now, I picked this up from a vendor, but I do believe it obviously it will have a boss drop as well. But I'm going to show you the hot slugger, and I'm going to show you the cooking here. Now, hopefully I won't die and make a fool of myself. We're in one of the vault bosses. And we're just going to stim. Move out this guy's way. Knife. And just give him one shot. And we'll see if that's enough. Yeah, we got the oof. We got the painful. And he's going to fall over and die in the middle so that we don't lose all of our loot, which is very nice of him. And he failed. He didn't give us any legendaries. But we'll leave the loot for now. And we'll do it. We'll circle round. Now, I'm going to swap to the sniper. But I am going to use the shotgun underbarrel for this. If you notice, that's what I've got active at the moment by pressing the C key. I'm not sure what it is on console. Obviously, I'm on Vex, but it really doesn't. The build, I'm not using anything special here. I bet you could do this with all characters. Hopefully, round 2 will go just as well. Again, we're going to stim, crit knife, and to the face. We got the oof, that's gotta hurt, and he's going to die. And yeah, oh, he got a legendary this time, very nice. And it's not obviously for our class because it just never seems to want to be. But yeah, that is pretty much it. It's all down to the guns. I don't really feel like it's down to the builds too much. This build's very different to my previous, but I'll show you what I did and where I kind of thought that a bit of extra damage kind of played in. For the first time in a build, I spec'd into Deadeye 3 out of 3. You can see here, gun accuracy increased by 30%, critical hit damage by 25%, and every critical hit grants 15% critical damage per stack for a maximum of 5 stacks per 10 seconds. So Deadeye just seems to be the best for this kind of combination. There really doesn't seem to be much else that you can spec into. But I did like Goofja, and I don't know if this is a play on a UK TV series called Phone Jacker or not, because they used to mess around with this kind of name. But anyway, it gives us action skill cooldown rate increased by 10%. The reason I went with that is because I wanted to be able to use my Reapers and Spectres for just general farming. I didn't want this just to be a boss killer build. When you do spec into the boss killer build that I made previously, it just makes it hard to run around the map and do anything else. It just really wasn't that great. I'm lazy. I want a build that can do everything. Boss kill and do the general map stuff as well, because I've still got quite a lot to clear up on my map. And then gun reload speed just made perfect sense here because I was using the hot slugger loads at this point. So getting anything that aids in that reload just made perfect sense. I want a yellow one of these, but with amp on, but for now I haven't found one. But we've got this mega amplified that has amp on, and it also gives us an extra charge as well, which is really nice. Everlasting could be replaced with something better, I'm sure, but for now that's all I've got, and I did put the heating up talent on this one. We then got the knife, which you can't really farm, so good luck getting one. But I do expect that this will get nerfed down, but we don't know for yet. But obviously what you're looking for there is the penetrator, which just makes it really, really good. And I did put Deadeye on this one as well. A good tip for finding things like the Deadeye and heating up and things like that. I just, every time I was in a place where there was a vendor, I would just look and see which ones they had and store them in my stash, just for when I found ones that were good. I found this class mob, which I thought was really, really nice. So we got minus 33% phase clone health loss over time, but then it gave us status effect damage, which obviously helps with our bleed. But you see here as well, just for general open world farming, Spectres and Reapers have a chance to be badasses, gaining increased maximum health and damage dealt. This increase, the chance to increase the longer it hasn't occurred, and it will last it'll occur at least every 90 seconds. So I just thought this was really good. Really, really nice. But I have got one here as well, which give us skill damage, status effect damage as well. Pistol damage was no good for me here, which was a little bit unfortunate. I have kept it, but for now, this here with the status effect damage was really, really nice. Then moving on to my energy shield, I would just kind of liked this. I thought it gave me extra damage. So when the energy shields are full, shots drain 28% of those shields to do 100% gun damage. So obviously when you're going into a boss, if you get the shot off before you get hit and they're at full, you're going to do more damage. And I wasn't sure if the guy hit me or not for this video, but either way. And again, you can see here I rolled Deadeye onto that one. And then we've got my enhancement, which I thought was just really, really perfect for when I was using the hot slugger. You can see here we've got bounce pass, so guns with Jacob's licensed parts increase the number of possible ricochets by 1. And then we've got pacer, guns with Jacob's licensed parts have a 20% chance to grant a critical hit, and we want the critical hits because we want the crit damage as well, because we want to make sure we are incurring all of that bleed. And then we've got shotgun critical damage increased by 75% and gun status effect damage increased by 25%. So pretty perfect. I think it's really, really good, and it works out really, really well. We'll go into my specializations. For now, this is what I am running. This riddle you this is just absolutely brilliant, so definitely spec into that. Obviously we have to get a lot of general gun damage to get down to there. Then we took in contamination, critical hits grant increased status effects application chance, just to make sure that you get that one shot, but we don't have to be showing off all of the time. Firing multiple shots while it's getting to the oof is great. It is nice for, you know, that content creator shorts and stuff. Oh look, he only fired one shot and he killed it, but you know, in reality I could fire 3 with the underbarrel and still get the same result and make sure that I don't die and fail the entire run. Then we've got here, we've got now with caffeine, which is great for when we're just open world farming, and that I am a gun as well, which again is great for open world farming and gun damage. Then we go into the skills. So we'll start here with the green tree. So we've got 3 in guns and needles. And we've got 3 here in fiendish inborigation. I don't know how to say that. Then we've got 5 into bloodletter. We've got 3 into grave sites. We got 5 into grave implements. 5 into material components and 3 into grave power. And the reason we've done this is we're going to build on the status effect damage so that we still can do 1 taps if we really want to for bosses, but as well we're focusing on the fact that Reapers will do some really good damage as well, and that we're not just nerfed for open world farming. We've got a low cooldown and they'll actually do some damage as well. I like this hasty fiends here, so you don't have to put these 3 into this if you don't want to, but when we're running the 1-pop shotgun with the hot slugger, this is just nice to get around a little bit faster. And then if we go over to the blue tree where the rest of our points are in, Coven is just a no-brainer here, because it basically is health regeneration, critical hit chance, just really, really good. So definitely want to spec into that. Then we've got increased status effect damage, because again we do want to be a boss killer at the same time. This is a passive just from my mod, but it just works out kind of nice as well. So we've got 3 in there. Then we've got the kill skill for increased damage again for open world farming. And we've got activate kill skills whenever their Vex minions die, because they do die, and you know, giving us the extra crit and health regen is just really, really nice. And then we've got the the extra health here. So for the kill skill, the Vex and her minions restore health. So again, that is working in combination with that. And it just works really well. Running around kill sites, doing bosses, it all just works. And yeah, it's just pretty good. I would encourage you though, for the specialization, to work your way down to riddle you this first of all. And then now with caffeine. And then pick the other two up afterwards. And that just kind of works. But this is just my nice in between. It just, yeah, works really well. But really, I wanted to kind of point out that, you know, guns, yeah, you don't have to be using the kickballer. Although it's amazing and it looks great and it looks flashy. Using the hot slugger, using the Borstal Bastilia works really well as well. But this is all limited until I guess at some point in the next coming weeks they're going to kill the throwing knife. But for now, I'm going to go and try and find something that will replace the throwing knife. That is what we're running. I hope you're having a good time, Vault Hunters, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.